like this. Go. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, oh well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. All red bottoms looking like I walked on the scene. Homicide damage with the pills. Young nigga came up still running from the system. Caught his homeboy stealing out the pack, so he clipped him. And feeling down, need somebody for the lift. He been fighting with his girl cause he said it down feel him. Mama say that he got drugs in his system. New image old me, so they miss him. How the fuck I supposed to act with my father in the prison? Tell another nigga listen back then, I ain't listen. Real player with some young niggas round me crib. With some old heads out of jail, leave a nigga miss. Lot of money, but they still don't understand how I'm living. From the streets to the can, either way I'm living. I'ma rip a nigga up 1 second in a minute. Tell a nigga hit me up if he really got 10. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, oh well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. What I say? Press the button in the door, open up. Let my nigga out the whip. Ain't no shooting out the rave. Got the back and the front sold up. Tell him spin around the block right before you catch a play. Came home, started selling AA. Got some dog food on me with some act in the case. Got a K right in my home if you ran in my place. Put a bullet in his dome once it exit his face. On my knees, praying to God, telling him I'm going home if I don't live up to going hard. One night I ain't go home, girl, acting crazy cause she mad that I'm living like a star. Bitch, I'm straight up out them trenches, I ain't never had a heart. And I'm plugged in the socket, I ain't never had a car. And you want the fancy things, so you better play your part. Told that bitch you don't work, then I swear you gon' starve. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, oh well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. Like a star, yeah.
Good morning and welcome back to another episode of The Morning After. We are officially back. And how about it? Can I just get a quick round of applause? We went back to back.
Yeah,
that's a new standard.
I feel like, yeah, we're building a new standard.
Yeah, we can't be surprised anymore. It's like, yeah, that's what we do. That's why you watch.
That is what we try to do. I'll say what we've been trying to do. That's for sure. I got that. That's for sure.
We weren't trying before, but I just decided it's way more fun trying.
Whoa, did we ban Gabe on Twitch? He was giving us hella subbies.
Who did that?
Why is Gabe getting banned on Twitch? Dude, you guys are soft as
There's
ma.
people getting banned left and right. I don't know who's doing it.
Can we stop being soft as ma?
Gabe, what's your username? I got you.
Definitely just Gabe A.
Gabe A.
Chirps Joshy boy.
Oh, he knows.
Chirping Jovan. Dude, Jovan, can we stop being soft as ma's coach? We get chirped so bad at TMA. especially when we're on cold streaks. Yeah, dude. You ever peep that chat after back-to-back full fades? God damn. But welcome back to another episode of TMA. We went back-to-back.
Unbelievable.
You guys got caught by the Oriole bug.
Yeah.
Really bad. Really bad. I knew. Did you see the Rangers, by the way?
Mocked.
16-4.
Mocked.
Should have just stuck with them.
Yeah.
Mocked.
We were never supposed to double dip in that game. You don't double dip into an Orioles game.
Is the max the under in the Rangers game today then?
Potentially.
Or do you bet like that? Like, what's your philosophy on that?
No, I'm not really like, oh, okay, it soared over yesterday, so today I'm gonna take the under. I just look at who's on the bump.
And then you just
go from there.
I like that. Josh, I went with your Cubs yesterday. Team total smack, money line smack. How about you guys having two green squares? Nico Horner steps up.
Mm-hmm.
Single to center. Oh, first pitch, dude. I didn't even have to sweat. I didn't even have to wait, dude. I didn't even have to wait.
The single. Dude, he's on pace for like almost 80 RBIs and he has no home runs.
That's crazy.
I think you guys just fill the pond so well.
We did.
Really
That's
did.
funny.
And he does a good job of like, he's not a contact hitter. What do they call it in baseball? I'm learning new baseball terms every single day. I heard yesterday was soft contact pitchers.
Soft contact rate.
Yeah, soft contact rate. Dude,
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced that baseball is so boring that they just have to invent different shit. Yeah, his soft contact rates is 75.59%.
Now that's how.
With a duck dip spin rate of 49% when he pitches from the left side of the bump. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It is good stuff to know. It is good stuff to know. I never looked
Is
at
it though? Like,
but
what does that even mean? Soft contact rate. Can I guess?
pretty much exactly what it is.
Like how hard a batter hits so he
Mhm.
doesn't hit very hard?
Yeah, like exit velos. Like, do they give up really hard hits or do they give up like soft grounders typically?
Like the pitcher or the batter?
Pitcher.
See, I thought it was a batter thing. I thought they were just calling his barrel soft.
No.
Could you imagine?
His barrel's
He's got a
soft.
soft barrel.
I mean, I'm sure there is a stat for that. I don't know.
I'd have to retire if a scout said I had a soft barrel. Mikey, first time chatter said I need some locks. Mikey, I got you, buddy. Here we go.
Shout out.
But yeah, it was a great night yesterday on the books. I think I'm finally starting to get back here, dude.
Really?
I clean sweat my baseball place.
Yeah, dude,
That-
you had such a quick turnaround. You were just so down for it was a week.
Well, dude,
I went through that for a month.
I was bitching.
4 of them. 4 of the weeks.
Nah, you didn't go through it for a month. I don't
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
being that bad.
Oh, it was that bad. For a whole month, didn't post anything. That was a winner. Nothing.
My whole thing is the only way through is through. So I just have to keep posting my moose shit place.
Mm-hmm.
And then they turn not moose shit. Gabe with a gifted sub after getting unbanned. Here we go. Whoa! A 5 gifted.
Wow.
Bad game.
Thanks, Gabe. You're goated, brother.
I don't know who did that to you, but I'm gonna find them.
Yeah, dude, I cleaned up the baseball plays. That was absolutely massive.
It's huge.
After my rageful day, the day before, to just
Yeah.
clean sweep baseball, I also went back in the gym yesterday because obviously my elbow. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell on like the.
See if it's better today.
Peep other one again.
Does
It is
Does it still look swollen?
Let me see the other one.
Starting to look better.
definitely
It's starting to look a
a
little
little bit more
better.
yellow now.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna bruise. It's starting to look a little bit better, but I mucked my elbow up this weekend, and so I just needed to get back in the gym because I don't know, my mental health now feels like it almost is hindering on it, which is kind of annoying. But I guess
Really?
good because it's like ugh, I have to get in there.
Yeah.
So I went in the gym yesterday, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do some. I always like starting my week with triceps. I don't know why. I think it's
Mhm.
because I read Green Lights. You ever read that by Matthew McConaughey?
Partial.
He talks about how his dad was like, McConaughey's, we're known for our triceps. So I was like, dude, I kind of want to have a kid and be like, better have big triceps.
Yeah, dude, you have to have that horseshoe.
You know what I'm saying, dude? That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to start with some triceps. And I'm in there. I got Durkio bumping. I go to do the first tricep. And the only thing that hurts with my elbow is when I try to full extend it.
Mhm.
Like really hurts when I try to like doing this right now. It hurts. Everything else is fine. Like I can do this and I can do this. But when I try to like full extend it, it hurts. And I was sitting in the gym. I get on the cable machine.
Mhm.
I grabbed the little rope thing, and there's one other kid in there. He was sitting behind me at the free weights. And I go to do the pull down, and I get to like here. And I made sure it was a lightweight because I was like, I know my elbow hurts a little bit. I made sure it was a lightweight. And in my head, I was going, okay, let's just try to full extend.
Mhm.
And I go to try to full extend, and it just feels like, you know, when you got bubble wrap and you pop it down a row, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's like that was happening in my elbow as I went down, and
But
It
the
was like-
juice is built up.
I blacked out from where I was in public, and I went, oh, and then I realized where I was after the noise sounded, and I immediately let go of the thing. So not only did I scream, but I went, oh, and then bang, and I'd hit the thing, and I was like, oh, and I'd like pretend like my elbow was like really fucked up. It's like Peter Griffin, you know, and he like
Yes.
hits his knee. And I like looked over. I was like, "My bad, dude. I'm so sorry. I fucked up my elbow." And he was just like, he didn't even say words.
Oh, really?
He wasn't even like, "You're good." He was just like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
Okay.
so relax."
All right.
So then I had to assert male dominance, switch to biceps on him. Started just repping dominance over him. I was like, "Why don't you look over here, man? Why don't you fucking look over here?" Hey, bud, why don't you put down your tiny little shoulders? Look over here. See what real men are doing.
Have you been icing it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, try leg day. I also did do legs. It's just comical because I have really thin legs, and whenever I try to do legs, I try to go really heavy, and I find it very hard to not like do stuff with my face while I do my leg workouts because I think legs burn more than any other muscle group. I don't know if you found that.
Yeah, you got to be making. If you're not making faces, you're not trying.
But it's just funny. It's like the thin-legged kid making faces on the leg machine. They probably think I'm doing like 15 pounds of weight. What the fuck is this kid doing, dude? And I just look like such a bum. But I did legs and biceps yesterday. Had to assert some dominance. There's nothing better than asserting dominance over someone in the gym. And I can't lift more than many people. But when I have an opportunity like that kid yesterday, you just get to assert the little dominance. There's a couple times I like pulled the sleeve up and was like, it's a little tight. And I was just looking right at him, just asserting dominance.
I guess that's more common in like a smaller gym.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've always gone to like big gyms. So there's no rivals in there. There's no rivals.
Everyone's just working for each other in there, man. There's no rivals, dude. You go to a little apartment gym, it's literally Celtics Lakers, dude.
Do you guys hear that or no? That lawnmower?
No.
Good.
Maybe AirPod users? I cannot, though.
I just want to make sure.
In terms of sporting news, well, what'd you do yesterday? Did you do anything fun yesterday?
MLB The Show.
Oh, yeah,
My
you got to
whole
tell me
life
about that.
lately.
How was the night sweats? I tuned in for a little bit.
It was good.
I watched a Trent disaster inning.
Yup. He did beat Krabs, though. That's how
I
the
saw
night
that.
started off.
I saw
And then me and Trent teamed up against the BTL boys. We did win.
Wow.
Some are saying I absolutely backpacked, but we did win.
Wow.
And then me, Krabs, and Jovan were playing threes. That was fun. Got our shit smoked.
You lost?
We were playing one of the greatest teams I've ever seen. Yeah, Gaylad too. By the way, you're such an op. You obviously weren't looking at the freaking stats. I had more hits than their combined team.
Some guy was chirping Yay Lads under one of my tweets, and Yay Lads, which we might have to have a conversation with the lads behind the shed. He was like, "Go back to your country." And then the kid went in my DMs and was like, "I cannot believe you follow someone like that and condone that behavior." And I was just like, dude,
Wait, what? What happened?
I don't know. He was like going back and forth with some kid on Twitter, definitely a little soft. And I guess Yay Lads hit him with a "go back to your country" or something like that, which Yay Lads, you can't be doing that, dude.
Oh, man.
But then I got a dissertation in my DM about how you can't be following people like that and you can't be condoning that behavior. And I was just like, dude, what the fuck?
Dude, what? Yay, lads, look what you're doing to Mike.
Yeah,
man.
dude, lads, you're putting me in a spot, dude. You might have to be taken behind shed.
He was chirping him -170 in the parlay.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing worse than when like I posted a tweet and then people start arguing about the tweet under my tweet about like odds and shit. And it's just like, dude.
I always mute it. I'm like, I don't.
So can you guys, you know what I've been not interested in? I guess Kai Snat was at the beat. I actually can't do it anymore. I like cannot do it anymore. I don't know how this generation does the streaming stuff. I know we're considered streamers, but I just cannot do it
I don't think you like
anymore.
the in real life, the IRL streaming.
I don't mind speed.
Okay.
Speed like kind of makes me laugh because you can tell he's like doing a bit
Mm-hmm.
and he's like definitely playing a character. The Kai Cenat stuff where he's just like at the BT, like backstage, like being like, they're just clip farming. Like they actually are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the clips, the fact that people like clip it and they're just like, Kai Cenat and Drewski pissing off Kevin Hart backstage because they're trying to rizz up Megan Thee Stallion. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing this again, but
No, you're good. It is a lot of rot though.
I feel like I'm not
I
interested.
feel like for how much you hate it, that thing or like that side of Twitter has you in a fucking bind.
Dude, in a blender, Josh. In a blendy, dude. I feel like I'm fruit and veg in a blender, dude. Every time I see it, it pisses me off. And then, of course, like Playboy Cardi, I saw this one. Who, by the way, I just feel like as a community and as
What happened to him?
and as a human race, I think we just need to move on from Playboy Cardi. His last album sucked. He thinks he's way cooler than he actually is. And I guess at the BT, he had an iced out lollipop. No flavor, just licking it.
Yeah, he was sucking on it.
Just gross.
An iced out lollipop sucking on it.
Dude, by the way, I've put my chain in my mouth a couple times. Just gross. I don't know why we still stand him. And then those two get on stage and I get
Dude, He used to be him, like
Yeah,
2016.
dude. That first album was goated. I was working construction down the Jersey Shore listening to
Fetty on Fetty.
No, what's the one where it's like
Woke up like this.
no, yeah, that album, but I'm trying to think of my favorite song was
Number 9 banger.
no, not number 9. Hold on, I gotta find it. Oh fuck, dude. This is
Ain't
gonna
got
kill
time.
me.
Dude, he used to have so many
This is gonna
bangers.
kill. No, dude, I love Playboy Cardi, but now he's just like annoying. What is it? No, not that. No.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
He was so locked when that was his intro.
Oh,
The little
where is this song? Dude, this is gonna kill me, guys.
banger.
Location,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, location.
Good
Dude,
one.
I used to wake up in the morning at like 6:30, shower to go do my construction job, and I'd have a little Marley Mint speaker, the Bob Marley's son, and I'd put in my shower, and I would just rot, dude. And I'd be like, fuck, I don't want to do this. And then I would come home from construction. Hopefully my mom's not listening. And I would have some fun cigarettes.
What? When was
I
this
don't know.
phase?
I don't know how you say that. I do a Jeeb in GTA. Rip some Jeebs
Some
by
darts?
myself at the rip some Jeebs by myself at the beach house after a hard day of manual labor, and I'd just play Rainbow Six Siege.
Dude, what?
Dude, I'd be
I didn't know you were a
so
construction
I would
fella.
be so gassed, dude. I worked
I'm
construction
sure.
2 summers in college.
Hmm.
And then
Were you laying down some Crete?
no, yeah, so I had to dig foundations.
Mm.
I helped like set up people's beach houses for them.
Hmm.
But then I understood why the manual labor boys just love a good beer, because Fridays I'd be like a freshman in college and we'd go back to like the warehouse and we would just crush Busch Light. It's me and this
Busch
guy
Light.
Wade I used to work with, dude. We just fucking that first Friday Busch Light, just be like, oh my, and they can drink like 30. And you're just so exhausted. You've had like maybe a bottle of water. You've been like moving shit all day. And you just be like,
Dude, that reminds me, like all on the TL, like all I ever see is like the Busch apple flavor. Have you tried that?
so good.
It is good.
So good.
I'm gonna try it.
It's one of the best beers of all time.
I was like see it every other post. It feels like
I know,
the
I know.
apple or whatever they call it.
The Busch apple, the Baffle.
Yeah, the babble.
Just like
I'm gonna try it.
No, it was so good, dude. It was so good. Like it was so honestly, like if I have kids, I'm gonna make them do some sort of manual labor because I think everyone should at some point so you understand what it's like. And that's what my dad made me do. None of my other siblings did it. And then I obviously failed that class my freshman year of college that you guys heard about. And then my dad was like, so you have to get a job this summer, and I think you should work with our family friend. I'm not gonna say his name, but and do construction down the Jersey Shore for a summer. I was like, fuck, dude. Fine. So then I had to do it, and I did it. And like, obviously the days suck. It makes the weekends like way better because then you're just like, yeah, I worked for this shit.
Yeah, you
Give me that
earned
beer,
it.
dude. Give
You
me
earned that
beer.
weekend.
And then it's like, dude, I'm tired. You can't tell me I'm not tired. I was just outside working all day, dude. I get mad at my mom, be like, dude, all you did was look at emails today. I was out there, fucking, I was grinding, dude. You don't know what it's like out in the grind, dude. But yeah, it definitely builds in like a love for beer. I see why all of them just fucking love crushing brews. Because that
Makes
Friday
sense.
beer, you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
we made it. And the guy I worked with would always try to get off work early. It'd be like Friday, we'd do like our first job. We'd like go collect trash from a site and then drop it off at a dumpster.
Mhm.
And there'd be a lot of traffic, obviously, because down the Jersey Shore, once it's like Friday, the traffic starts. And he'd call our boss and he'd be like, "What, man, the traffic's pretty bad. Me and Mike were thinking we just jump out of here early." He'd be like, "Dude, it's 9:30. Starting at 8. You're not going home already." And then he'd hang up and he'd go, "At least we had to try."
Tip of the cap. Respect.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
he would always try, dude. Every Friday, he would always try so early, like 11:30. Be like, "Man, we're just not seeing anything else on the schedule." And he'd be like, "You haven't even called me yet today." Like, fuck. Then there would be a couple where he'd let us get off early. I'd be like, "Let's go." Or whenever I called, he'd let us off early. So I'd call and I'd be like, "Yeah, we're not seeing anything out here. We just talked to We used to talk to Big Bill. He said there's nothing to do at that job site. So we were thinking maybe we just get out of here, a little Earls. And he'd be like, all right, Mike, you can go home. We'd leaving, flipping everybody off. That's why it helps that he's friends with my dad. Did you guys have any funny summer jobs?
I was a kids camp counselor for like a sports camp. That was it.
Oh, that's sick, Josh.
It was fun.
Did you play Gaga Ball?
What is Gaga?
What's Gaga ball?
You guys never played Gaga Ball?
No, what is that?
I mean, maybe if like I've heard like if you explain the game.
Yeah, maybe.
Somebody has to remember Gaga Ball. You're in like an octagon and you have to try to hit people's feet with the ball. And it's on the ground and you slap it at people's feet and you try to get them out.
No, I've never done that.
Yeah, I played that.
Dude, Gaga Ball is so good, dude. I can't believe you guys don't know Gaga Ball.
It sounds like
That's
Foursquare. Huh?
Private school
Is it
only.
similar
but
to Foursquare?
No, it's like, it's literally,
Because you try to like nail their feet so they're
it's
out.
the last iteration of Gladiator. You're just in there and you're like, it's like you're playing knee hockey, but you're standing
Okay.
and you don't have a stick. The ball's just loose in the octagon.
Yeah.
And you're trying to like slap it against people's feet and then they're out if you get their feet.
What if you hit?
Cade with 5
Holy.
gifted subs.
Wow.
Cade with 5 gifted subs. He said fire. W Gaga
Let's go,
ball pull.
Cade.
That's how you get a sub from knowing ball, dude. That's a knowing ball subway.
That's known ball.
You
I
got
can't
him
believe you know it,
excited.
dude. We should play fucking Gaga ball.
Well, what happens? I guess like I have no idea. You're in an octagon, you said?
Yeah, you have to step out of the octagon.
So like, does the ball ever like leave, or like what
If it
happens
leaves,
if
it
you don't
comes
hit their
back in.
feet?
They bring
It'll
the ball
just hit
back in.
back and then.
Oh, you can use the wall too. That's how you get your buddies
Oh,
back.
that's sick.
Fucking slap it against the wall and it ricochets at their ankle. You go,
That
fucking
sounds
gotcha.
sick.
Dude, it's
Where the
fun.
hell?
Dude.
Where do you play that?
I went to it's called Camp Riverbend
Mm,
in New
okay.
Jersey. My mom, when I was little, would drop me off there. It had that's where remember the canoe story?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Gotcha.
where we played Gaga
Gotcha,
ball there, and
gotcha.
it was
It's definitely like a day camp game.
yeah, it's for sure. It's like quintessential day camp. You know what else I
Mm.
had when I was at that
I
day
never went
camp?
to those. What?
Did you have a Tamagotchi?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm hip to that.
Dude, I used to buzz on my Tamagotchi, dude. I'd get there before camp and I'd be playing on my Tamagotchi with my buddies. It's so sick, dude. I had the little blue one.
Yeah.
I had the blue one. That's what I will say. I give my mom a lot of credit. I was definitely like, I wouldn't say spoiled, but because I would like to think as a kid, I never really asked for things. The only things I ever asked for was soccer cleats. And she would always buy me the soccer cleats that I wanted, which was really nice. And as I'm growing up, I'm realizing how special that is because a lot of people get like one pair of cleats for 4 years.
Mhm.
And I would get like new pairs of cleats like every year. And that was like the one thing that I always asked for. But she would always buy me like those little things that I would ask for. Like if I was like, Mom, can I get this Tamagotchi? Yeah, what the But I never asked for like big things. Like I was never like, I need the M16 airsoft rifle. That's $500. Like all my
Oh, yeah,
purchases were like 100 and below. I
Mm.
was never like 100 plus purchase guy. But yeah, dude, I used to love summer camp. That's where like you'd really develop crushes because you'd be like, dude, I don't have the time.
Yeah.
I will
I
never
wish I got
see
to
her again.
experience. I wish I got to experience it. I was always playing basketball. I was always travel.
Did you
Basketball.
go to summer camps for basketball? Yay, lads, with the gifted
Holy.
subbies. Dude,
that was
look
a-
at the
I
boys.
was 20.
With 20
20?
gifted. Holy shit, lads.
Wow.
Lads, what's gotten into you, dude? Lads, what do you want us to talk about? I love how the only person I offer subjects to is lads. Every time lads
You
sub
gotta-
whales.
Ask Cade too.
Yeah, Cade and lads, you guys want us to talk about anything? Did you ever go? Can I actually tell you? I mean, we got so much sports to talk about, but I do want to tell a funny story if that's okay.
Mhm.
Pax picks a 3-piece smack in the jaw. Let's go. Running back today. I also had league dreams when I was younger. When I was around 4'8", 5 foot, I thought I had potentials to make the NBA because when you're that size, you learn about Nate Robinson.
Yeah. I was
And,
just about to say that.
And I would go, yeah, I could do that.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, he can jump out of the gym and dunk.
Mhm.
My vert was maybe 3 inches, which as I've gotten older, 3 inches is a lot. That's big. That's a high amount to
It's a
jump.
big
That's
difference. You
it's a
can say that.
Big. There's a 3 inches is bigger than you'd think. If you pulled out a rule right now and you were like,
May
wow,
not
that's
be a
3
lot,
inches.
but it's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a
You know what
big,
I
there's a
mean?
big, there's It might not be a lot, but to some people, that's a really it's above average, is what they'd say. Honestly,
Some are saying 6 to 9 is
it's
a
too
big
much.
difference.
Well, it's too much. It's too much. People are saying 6 to 9. That's too much. It's way too much. See, no one knows
Yeah.
what to do with all that.
Yeah.
But I had like a
Oh.
3-inch. I had a 3-inch vert at 4 feet, but I would just convince my dad. I was like, dude, I can do it. I can make the league. Well, there was literally never a chance. But he would always put me in basketball camps. I mean, I think it was mainly I went to Seton Hall basketball camps, which were definitely free for him. So he was just like, yeah, no, you can make the league. And I'd be playing Seton Hall basketball camps. And then I slept away at Duke. And then that's when the dream died. I did a Duke basketball sleepaway camp in Cameron Gym. That's if I could pinpoint when the dream died, that is when the dream died.
Yeah, that's when kids travel to.
I didn't score a point.
Yeah.
It was a week. Lauren, it was a week camp. Didn't score a point. I'm not even lying to you. I didn't score a point. And we played every day 3 times or 4 times a day. Didn't score a point in like an actual game, like when they do the games.
Are you dishing though?
Dude, I don't know if I recorded a stat. It was the first time where I was like, I am so out of my league. I'm talking like Brandon Ingram could have been at this camp. And I was a 5'2" white kid trying to go to the hole. And there was a couple times where I'd be like, you know what? I'm scoring today. That was my goal. I was like, I'm going to score today. It wasn't like I'm going to get 15. It was like, I'm going to try to score today. And there was times where
strong too today.
Yeah, there were like, I can pinpoint exactly when the dream died. We were in the auxiliary gym next to Cameron. And it was one of those where it's a full gym this way and then there's courts this way.
Yep.
And we were on one of the courts this way. We were on court 3.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what my team name was, but I wish I could tell you. And it was the first time. It was like the 3rd day of camp and I hadn't scored yet. And I remember I cried to my mom the night before because she stayed in North Carolina with me because I had never done a sleepaway camp before. So she was like, oh, I'll just stay at a hotel and I'll like go do my thing. Called my mom. I was like, I don't want to be here. Cried on the phone. I was like, I can't play. Like, this is it. Like, the dream's dead. Like, my basketball dream that my whole life I've been working for died in front of my eyes. And then she was like, just play tomorrow and just play really hard. And I was like, you're right. Roommate saw me crying shit. I was like, I'm sorry, man. It was my grandma passed away. And he was just like, oh, you're good, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. And I was like, yeah, really tough shit to be in. And, Josh, I lied my face off, dude.
Oh my God, that's unreal.
So then Nathan came and I was like, all right, I need it. Like, I'm scoring today. I'm going to go to the hole hard.
Yeah.
And like, one thing I would do is I had that little like small man tendon rage where I'd throw my shoulder into someone really hard and then try to go up.
That's what you have to do.
And first time in my basketball career, played, he had to have been 6 foot, power forward,
Mm-hmm.
big dude. Big dude. I'd say looked like Dwight Howard to me. Just at my height, it was Dwight Howard. And I was just like, I was working on this little floater. And I was like, I'm gonna score today. Like, I'm gonna score today.
Mm-hmm.
Game started. I came off the bench, obviously. I was deep on the bench. I came off the bench deep.
Obviously.
Came up the floor and I was like, you know what, give me a high screen. I called for it. I literally was like, called for the high screen. I was so tiny that when I stuck with the screens, you couldn't really fight around it because I was so small that there wasn't a lot of room you could fight.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what I wanted to happen. The big kid switched onto me and then started sagging. And I was like, oh, I'm going to attack him and I'm going to float this bitch up. Like, this is my spot right here. Attacked with the left, came into the lane, boop, boop, floated it. I watched the ball go up and then he went on his tippy toes and grabbed it. He didn't even
snag out of it.
He didn't even jump.
Not the snag.
He didn't even jump. He went on his tippy toes, grabbed it, and then brought it back to his hand. Outlet pass layup.
No step back.
0.
0.
Tippy toes
That's what
with
the
one
small
hand.
people have to do.
Tippy toe. Layup on the other end. That, I'm not even kidding. That is when the dream died. And I told my dad that story once we were done with the camp.
That's
Yeah, that's belittling.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
That's bad, dude.
Didn't
That's really
jump.
bad.
Didn't jump.
Yeah.
And my dad had definitely poured some cash into my basketball development in terms of like, I would go to camps every summer. I was playing on AAU teams. And then some 6 foot kid from
Dude, some are saying degrading.
a bad area of North Carolina just tippy-toed.
Was he there by chance watching you at that Duke camp? Or no?
Outlet pass.
No, my dad didn't bother making the trip, man. That was one of those business decisions for him where he probably had something else going on over the summer and was like, yeah, Jude, you go.
That's a good decision because he might have saw the dream die too.
Well, he came the last day of camp because the last day of camp, everyone gets to meet Coach K and get the basketball signed.
Oh, that's
So
sick.
he was like, all right, I'll show up for that. And then we did meet Coach K together. But at that point, I'd already deflated and decided I wasn't playing basketball anymore. And our conversation with Coach K was, which I give him credit. I don't love Coach K, but I have met him and he did sign a basketball. And he wrote on the basketball, keep dreaming, which I think in hindsight could have been a little bit of a chirp. But it was so bad that
Just wish you the best in future endeavors.
literally
Coach
though,
K.
like actually though, I'm pretty sure other kids probably got keep my number, come next year, and I got the keep dreaming.
Have fun at all.
5-foot white kid with a buzz cut showed up. But
You came out there looking like Peyton Pritchard, man.
I started telling my dad about what happened when he finally showed up, and then our conversation with Coach K was, so what do you think the best path is if like Mike wants to get into coaching?
Coaching?
Yeah.
How old
Because
were
I was
you?
like, well, no, I was just like, I can't play anymore, but I love basketball. And he was like, you can always be a coach. I was like, I guess, yeah. And then he was like, well, ask Coach K tomorrow about it. That's how bad the play was that we audibled to coaching
you
in
like,
front of Coach K.
Do you like fetching balls? Fetch
Imagine-
balls for the team.
Imagine this family walks in. 6-foot bald finance bro. 5-foot buzz cut Peyton Pritchard looking kid. And then a mom that just has no idea who you are. And the dad goes, so we were thinking like, well, what does a coaching path look like? What do you got to do to get into coaching? I mean, you're fucked, man.
How old were you again?
I was like, this was 8th grade.
Dude, pivoting to coaching in 8th grade is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Well, 'cause I think I was just so devastated at the hotel lunch when he showed up because I was like, oh, I'll come to the hotel and see dad. And then we got lunch and he was like, so how's it been? I was like, dude, devastatingly bad. Haven't scored all week. And he was like, you haven't scored? I was like, dude, I told him the floater thing. I was like, dude, I threw the floater up. He went on his tippy toes, outlet pass, and scored. Like, I couldn't do anything about it. And he was just like, you know, you're just a little like you're underdeveloped. You're going to grow. Like, it'll come to you. And I was like, no, dude, I've never felt less skilled. I was getting cookied by kids that were clearly getting looked at by Duke. Like, it was so embarrassing.
Yeah, that's just, yeah. You know, that's not a place you go to really gain confidence, I'd say.
Well, that was our step up. I was like going to, so I was actually like okay at basketball. Like we like to make jokes and fun, but I was actually pretty good at defense. And I was a good point guard. Like I was good at like driving, dishing. I was good at like running an offense and like communicating. Like I was a good communicator, like
Yeah.
especially on defense with like switches and stuff like that. Like, I was okay at basketball. And at
Switch,
Seton Hall,
wolf.
yeah, like at Seton Hall against kids in like Newark and Summit and like I can play with those kids.
Yeah.
I grew up with those kids.
Mhm.
And I was like okay at Seton Hall basketball camps. Like I actually played okay. Like I would start normally on my team, whereas at this camp I was the 9th man.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all locals.
Which being 9th man on a team of 9 is tough.
Yeah.
But so I was good at like the Seton Hall basketball camps, and then we were like, all right, step up. We'll start like sharpening the knife.
Let's go to fucking Duke.
Duke sleepaway. I don't know why that was the next option. We could have went to like Rutgers.
Yeah.
Could have went.
Even then.
Even
Could have
Prop-
stepped down. Could have went to like Bucknell. Let's go to Pennsylvania. Play some bots.
That'd have been a good
But
one.
we were like, step up. Let's go right to Duke. And I was just fish out of water. Fish.
Not good.
My nickname was WB. Not Warner Bros. White boy.
Mhm.
I was tiny.
Mhm.
It'd be WB. I'd check in and just get melted and then subbed out.
WB.
Yeah.
Mike is so much easier than that.
I
Our
think it
nickname's
wanted
supposed
to
to be
be-
easier.
Because I was the
WB.
only WB on my team.
White boy's easier than WB.
But I think it was like more demeaning. Just be like, yeah, WB. Like not
Hey,
even.
WB.
Yeah. Also in front of our coach, who was like an assistant coach at Duke that was white. I think they had to try to squeak it by him.
Mm.
I couldn't tell him though. I didn't have the heart. Hey man, they're calling me white boy out here. You fucking help me out, dude. Credit to him though. My coach was actually very nice. He would always try to hype me up. He'd come to the end of the bench and be like, I just need effort. Just give me effort while you're out there. I know it's difficult, but we're here to grow and get better. Just give me effort. I'd go out there, get the ball stolen, turn it over, get crossed. Immediately on defense, I would just foul.
Yeah, at least you win.
It was almost Make-A-Wish level where like the players that were on the team, like Kyle Singler and them, like the players that were on the team while I was playing would like cheer me on. Like that's tough. While they're reffing, you know how they ref?
Yeah.
Like it was like I was the Make-A-Wish kid. Come on, Mike. Then I was like, oh yeah, watch this shit.
Yeah, not good.
Dude, real bad. Real
Go.
bad.
Not good.
Real bad.
I did host a basketball camp before. And I was like I
Wow.
actually got to coach a little third grade team. All
That's
girls. It was so
sick.
fun. It was so fun.
That's sick.
Dominated. Yep.
That's awesome.
It was sick. Good time. I miss playing ball, man.
Yeah, me too. And then I transitioned to I went, what can white guys actually play? Soccer. Sure, I'll go ahead and do that. That'll do
Tennis.
it. Switched over to soccer. And then I was like, okay. I was okay at soccer. Nothing great, nothing special, but I was okay. But yeah, it's my basketball journey, man. Still made the
Sorry,
freshman
man.
team though. I had that happen.
Yeah.
And then I made the freshman team, and that coach said that to me when I made it. If you remember that story, where he was like, "You're last name on the list."
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I'm coming off a summer at Duke, and that's what gets said to me, dude. I was in fucking shambles.
It's like a summer off Team USA and they're fucking in the NBA.
Literally, dude. Like I just
Yeah, yeah.
shambles. Coming off of Duke, getting my soul sucked. I was like, I had new high school. I'll try for the basketball team. Made it. First thing that said, dude, you were the last name on that list. I was like, dude, fuck this sport.
You
Not
just
great.
gotta make it have a little.
Dude, I can't do this shit anymore, man.
Yeah.
I told my dad that, and he goes, "Were you physically on the list last name?" I was like, "Yeah." He was
Dude,
like,
not the blow.
well, he was just like, well, wasn't telling you something you didn't know.
Oh, that's so good.
Dude, what the fuck?
Thanks, Dad.
Then my dad didn't make his basketball team in high school. So I was like, dude, fucking, you didn't make your team. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Fucking snap your shit.
Rather be
playing
last
soccer,
name
dude.
than no name.
Like,
So-
slam my door, asshole. No, yeah, but it was that's my
should-
basketball journey. I seriously thought I was gonna make the league too. Like when I was early middle school, I was like I made the travel team for my town. I was like, dude, fucking this is how it starts. Make the travel team, made some AAU teams. Like, dude, this is how it begins, man. me and Kobe about to have the same destiny,
Same
dude.
journey.
You should have definitely played baseball, I feel like.
Dude, you'd have been a perfect leadoff hitter, man.
I don't know, dude. I just couldn't. I would get so bored.
Dude, I would have you laying bunts like no other.
Yeah, I was quick. I was definitely quick.
Yeah.
Right now, Captain Slim, I'm like 5'8", maybe 5'9". Still not a big boy. 150 though. Finally hit 150.
Come on.
Huge.
But yeah, that should happen.
Not great.
Yeah, not good.
You were decent at soccer though, weren't you?
Yeah, I was okay.
Yeah.
I was okay. There was also like whatever sport I played, I had insane league aspirations. So then I was like, there's so many leagues in Europe. I could take this thing pro too. But I went to I did soccer camps in high school. I did Navy, Boston College, Georgetown. And like in all those camps, like I actually played pretty well. And I made the all camp team at Georgetown. So I got to play in the showcase at the end. No coach just came up to me, but I was on the field.
Yeah.
I was tight.
That's sick.
Made the all camp team.
Yeah.
Josh Yarrow actually was my coach. He plays for the St. Louis team now in the MLS.
Okay.
Second overall pick.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Hmm.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
I miss those camps. They were so fun.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
Soccer camps were more fun than basketball. Basketball was weird.
Dude,
I was out of my element, dude.
I had some freaks for roommates at soccer ones. Dude, there was just one roommate I had that literally like I woke up in the middle of the night and he was just like wide awake on his bed just staring at me. I was
Okay.
like, what is going on?
What?
You know what he was doing.
It was so scary. I think went to the person like the camp, like our camp leader or whatever. The next day, I was like, I cannot be with this kid anymore. Like I cannot sleep with this kid anymore.
Did they move you?
Gone next day. They just gave him like his own room.
Wow.
It was just.
I always went with a buddy. I never did a camp without a friend other than Duke. Duke was the only friendless camp I did.
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
this
I
one.
think I was with a friend.
This was at like Carthage College in Wisconsin. It was not
Oh,
like
yeah, that's tough.
no one I knew went there. All like the big camps I went to with people, but not this one. It was not.
That's tough. I always went with a friend, so I always had a roommate that was a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd go to Louisville with the only camps that I went to. Louisville.
Let's fucking go. That I like.
Northwestern's so nice, dude.
Yeah, I can imagine that one being sick. Georgetown was gorgeous too.
Yeah.
Navy was crazy. You get to sleep in the barracks.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was nuts, dude. Dorm rooms are shitty. Shitty, dude. Shitty. And also, it's funny when you go to those camps because it's your first time, like showering and stuff.
In like
in front of other people.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that's always an interesting thing. And when you go to that Naval Academy, brother, no curtains.
Oh no.
No curtains.
I would
Just-
not like that.
Just freshman tennis. Everywhere you look, dude. Just bad scenes. Bad scenes. Bad. I would shower so early and so late.
Yeah.
So you guys are not gonna catch me lacking in there, dude. The minute someone came in, that water's off, towels on. What's up, dude? Ready for today's camp? I heard it's gonna be grueling one. It would be.
That we had with like stalls. Like they just had like they had like no like curtain, but they just had like it was kind of just like a urinal stall. You know what I mean? Like just a little bigger.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's same
Locker.
thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yep.
We're not covering shit.
But then at Georgetown, one of my teammates got a handicap room that had its own shower because I guess with the Georgetown dorms we were in were like really nice, and we'd rat fuck that shower. Like I'm not going to the public. Going to open your door right now. Get out of here, man.
All
Use your
right.
shower, dude. But yeah. Any funny summer stories you got?
Not really. I never got like a good summer when I was like growing up. Again, I was just playing ball. That's what I mean, that was fun, but it was just typical summer.
I would just love to know what it's like to go to like an all girls camp versus an all guys one.
Yeah, the camps I went to, they were always day camps. I never went to like a
Sleepaway.
yeah. There was in and out.
Yeah,
I'm
guys,
sure
I
it's fun.
showered early. I didn't want to make everyone feel bad, you know? I can't be the one that everyone's jealous of that they start talking about, you know? So I decided I get it out of the way early so that nobody feels bad going in there later. All right. I wanted to talk about some sports stuff. First, I wanted to ask Josh what the hell's going on with Luther Burden. I saw a clip about Ben Johnson talking about Luther Burden basically saying, because I guess he's missing out because he got hurt. And Ben Johnson was like, yeah, he's missing out. He's missing out on super valuable reps. Kind of seemed like he was taking shots at him subliminally. But then by the end of the clip was just kind of like, it's unfortunate that he got hurt. So I think the real Ben Johnson opinion came out in the beginning, it felt like. And then by the end, I think he realized he was on getting interviewed and was like, but it's really unfortunate that he's gotten hurt. And I just wanted Josh's take on that because that felt a little weird and charged. You can't tell me it didn't with his first couple sentences.
I mean, I don't think it felt weird and charged towards Luther. I think he's just annoyed at injuries. Like he's annoyed that rookies can't get snaps early. That's all it is. I don't think there's like that much to it. I think he's just annoyed that Luther hasn't been able to get on the field. And he's excited to have him on the field.
I don't know, dude. You can't tell me that didn't feel weird and charged in the beginning of that interview.
There's no chance that he's mad at Luther that he's hurt. Like
He
how
might be though. He might be like it might be one of those injuries where it can be like, dude, you could be on the field.
No. Dude, Luther Burden literally played through every single injury possible at Mizzou. Like, I'm sure he wants to be on the field.
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Yeah. I mean,
Josh
just,
Allen, the Bears minus
I
650.
don't think there's that much to it. Like, I think he just.
I don't know. I felt like that interview was a little weird. After just comparatively, it's funny seeing those two, like at least because I have Aaron Glenn, he has Ben Johnson, so we just dismantled the Lions together as a show and just took both their coaches. It's funny seeing both of their mindsets in like interviews and stuff. where I think Ben Johnson is kind of embracing the press, it feels like, and Aaron Glenn just wants to he's just clip farming. Like Aaron Glenn just is an all-time football guy clip farmer when it comes to the press. Some guy asked me, so is anybody missing from camp today that's notable? I don't know. Did you see anyone missing? And the guy was like, I didn't think so. He goes, there's your answer. Like, all right,
a little smart ass.
yeah, like you don't have to be such a dick. Like we're not good. Like we don't have a history of a good football team, so don't come in here acting
See
like
anyone missing?
like
Yeah.
last year at OTAs we had half the team missing. So yeah, I think they were just like, yo, is anybody missing? Because we're used to that. You can't just be like, I don't know, is there? Like, yeah, I mean last year Hassan Reddick sat out, Aaron Rodgers showed up late. So yeah, no wonder he's asking.
I mean, dude, the thing you have to understand about Chicago media, though, is like they'll ask like 9 straight shit questions and then just piss whoever they're asking the questions to off the entire time. And then, like, by the 10th one, like, even if it's a good question, like, you're just done with them because they're all so annoying. Like, I've never seen media be more negative towards a team in my entire life. Like, there are very rarely positive questions asked towards him. So that's probably more just like, I think he just hates the media in Chicago, honestly. I would too.
We're living unilateral timelines with our football teams.
Yeah.
I will say, though, there's been a lot of clips of Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson looks so good right now.
Really?
It's getting increasingly difficult for me to not get excited for the football season. And I know every football fan feels like that. I know Falcons fans feel the same way because Michael Penix just came out and someone in the press asked him if he thinks Drake London is underrated, and he said not after this year he won't be. And it is so difficult as a football fan of a rat shit org to see clips in OTAs and not just go, this could be the year.
Yeah. There is something special about seeing Bijan and Penix next to each other. It's like,
looks good.
This could be it.
Dude, and I got to say, something I want to attack too, we've been putting out a lot of schedules of teams. I cannot stand every single person just being in the comments going, these guys don't know ball. It's like, we literally just did the Texans schedule. Their win total by Vegas, which is the sharpest organization when it comes to knowing how good your football team is going to be, has their wins at over 9.5 plus 100. We somehow find them 9 wins. If we were being actually hard on the Texans, they probably would have had 6 or 7. And it is so annoying when people get in the comments, oh, these guys don't know ball. I don't even know how you look at that schedule and only give them 9 wins. It's like, dude, we aren't the idiots. Like, you're the idiot. If Vegas is putting it plus 100 for you to get over 9.5, and we gifted you a win against the Niners and the Rams, it is getting increasingly annoying for me to not want to go at people in the comments.
You should.
I did one guy. I was like, oh, so you're telling me that Vegas having them at plus money at over 9.5, they're the idiots? And we gave them 9 wins? No response. It's like, of course you're not going to respond to that, you bitch. They just don't know who they're dealing with, man.
They don't
know who they're dealing with, dude. They don't know who they're dealing. I'm just like tired of it. Like, it's annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying.
Like, then make the schedule and let me comment mean things about it. Like, we're sitting here being like, okay, we're high on the Rams. So obviously the Rams are an auto win against the Falcons. That's week 1. Do you think the Falcons with Michael Penix now fully starting and that roster are going to be able to figure it out against a Rams team and Sean McVay week 1? Probably not, right?
Yeah.
You'd say you probably give the edge.
You're dealing with a lot of biased people too. You have to know that. Can't look at the comments.
But we've done some unbiased schedules.
No, not saying for you.
No, I know.
I'm saying like people either hate that team or they're fans of that team. They either want you obviously to be like, no, they're only getting 6 wins, or they want you to they go undefeated. There's no in between.
Yeah, some guys like, I don't know how you look at that schedule and don't realistically give the Falcons 12 wins. It's like, are you brain dead?
I mean,
like, is there a bug swimming in your brain?
Yeah.
The only team that's winning 17 games is the Jets. And we went through that schedule unbiasedly. That was an unbiased schedule going. No, but it's like just so frustrating. I mean, obviously we open ourselves up to the comments all the time.
Yeah.
But just getting into like the NFL schedule game is so frustrating. Like, one guy commented, I think it was on the Falcons one, it might have been on the Texans one, and which is like, these guys don't know ball. I don't understand how you're only giving them 9 wins. Click on his profile, Vikings fan. We gave the Vikings a win against a team that he was complaining about. It's like, so do you want me to give them that win against your organization? Or like, how are you looking at this schedule? Because if I take the win away that I gave your rat shit org, That's in your bio, by the way. 200 Instagram followers, probably all your high school buddies, and you put your NFL team in your bio, which, by the way, you should probably have a conversation about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's never good enough for the people,
Never good enough.
You're never gonna.
Unless I do want to give a shout out to intern Mason, dude. He's doing TikTok views, man.
Really?
Yeah, I went through his profile the other day. He's averaging like 7K, giving out picks. He just did an awesome Thunder vlog for game 2.
Nice.
I just want to shout out intern Mason, dude. He's putting up some good numbers, dude. Interacting with his following on TikTok. I was really proud of him. I meant to text him last night, but I didn't get around to it. But he's doing a great job.
Let's go.
He's doing a great job. Just want to shout out intern Mason. If you guys haven't followed him yet on TikTok, he gives out his plays. He does little react. I gave him the menu of how I grew. And he's following the menu, which is pretty cool to like go to his page and be like, wow, yeah, okay, he's following exactly what I told him to do. And he's doing great. I think he already has like close to 10K.
Okay.
Which is awesome. Just absolutely crushing it. It obviously helps at the Thunder in the finals, which is huge. Really happy for him there. But yeah, he's killing it. Absolutely killing it. He could be a low-key bright light at this company.
Could be.
People asking for the menu. I ain't giving out the menu for free, bro. I can't give it out for free, dude.
No menu.
If you just look at intern Mason's page, he's following the menu. He even the other day was like, do you think I should post this on TikTok? Like I tried to film this at the game. I sent him 6 things to film because I was like, he asked me, what should I do? I'm going to the game. Like, do you have any content ideas? And I was like, I'm going to purposely overload him. See what he does. Like, is he going to make none? Or is he going to give up on 2? Did all of them. It's like, went through his page. I was like, holy shit, he did all of them.
That's sick.
Like, dude, he's fucking, he wants it, dude. That's why I like Mason. I feel like he's just one of these kids that just like wants it. So I'm really proud of him. Just wanted to say that. Not that me being proud matters. I'm not his dad, but
so he's good.
Very good.
It also does make me laugh that his dad films for him too. Like he goes all these trips with his dad, and it makes me happy that like he's like, Dad, can you film this real quick? And he's just like, the Thunder are skull fucking the Pacers. I just know his dad's behind the camera is like, fuck yeah. Right on.
That's so good.
A little bit more intensity.
Like, dude, I asked my dad to be in one TikTok skit. Just overacted so hard. I was like, dude, you're not on Broadway. Can you relax? My first thing my brother did was send me the TikTok. He was like, dude, why is dad acting like he's on Broadway? I was like, yeah, he's never making it again, dude. Don't worry. He's off the cut. So it's cool to see Mason's dad is just like, right on. Filming him through the Thunder store. I love it, dude. It's awesome. It's awesome. I love it. I did want to go through if we could do this really quickly. I saw this graphic put out by this company called Bookit Sports. Thought it'd be fun if we could go through this graphic really quickly.
Let's go through it.
You know, we have a habit of putting out some of the most frustrating graphics on the internet, which I think is good for us. I think it's a good look. I think it gets the people going.
That'd be rage bait.
It makes me happy that that Goots is normally behind them. And then whenever we talk about it, Goots gets frustrated. So, Nick, are you able to pull this graphic up actually if I DM it to the Bookit account?
Yeah, send it my way.
Okay, I'm going to send it to the Bookit account right now. We put out an NFL tier list. You ready for this one?
Yep.
So, Lauren, we got our big bright brains together on the social call, and we put together our NFL tier list. Unbiased, though. This is unbiased, just so you know, Lauren.
Okay.
This is an unbiased NFL tier list from our Genius Bar social call team, who, by the way, I just forever am going to have beef with the social team and the social call, even though I'm one of the people that always gives them their flowers. But I will forever have beef with this goddamn social team Genius Bar that we got over there in that call because of what they did to me with Jason Tatum. However, that take is aging like fine wine, so could be a draft bust.
Yeah, you're good.
Could be a draft bust. All right, Nick, can you pull up this this unbiased NFL tier list?
I'm trying to log in.
From the Genius Bar, Goots at the social team. And Rav. And I'm sure Nick had to say in this as well because his team is far
I
too high.
actually did not have a say in this at all. I did not have a say.
I can't wait for Joshy to see it. Joshy, did you have a hand in this?
I didn't, no.
You had a hand in this?
No, I didn't. Not at all. Zero hand.
Oh, Goots, fire up your machine, brother.
Same.
All right, here we go. Is there any way to put it? Yeah, can you? honestly.
Take off the...
Nick, just make the. Oh, there we go. That's fine.
All right, we'll go full screen. All right, Lauren. You're looking at the NFL tier list. Right now, we have under contenders the Ravens, Bills, Eagles, Chiefs, Commanders. First of all, I don't understand where the tiers came from. I feel like making teams...
Out of all teams, the Saints just their own category.
Well,
Didn't get that one either. Here's where I want to start. Why are 3 teams that have not made it to the big dance up there for contenders? The Commanders had it seems as though a 1-year wonder, also have problems with Terry McLaurin and re-signing him. Somehow they're contenders because they made the conference championship last year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we throw around teams into categories. The Ravens are no longer contenders until they prove they can do it. You know what I mean? Like, are the Ravens really contenders when they can't win home playoff games? Are the Ravens really contenders when they can't consistently get over the hump? I don't think so. I think the only teams that you put under contenders are the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, because those 2 teams contend every year.
I'd put the Bills in there.
You think the Bills go in there too?
Yeah.
I don't think the Ravens and Commanders should be in there. I think they should be under playoff team. I think contenders are actual championship caliber teams. I don't think the Ravens are a championship caliber team. I don't think the Commanders are a championship caliber team. As a Jets fan, I find it hard to think that the Bills are a championship caliber team because they haven't done it. They haven't gotten over the hump yet. They can't beat the man in red. Playoff teams. We think a freshly paid Brock Purdy.
I'm assuming this is all like based off of what they think they're going to do next year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We think a freshly paid Brock Purdy and a Baker Mayfield.
What makes the Patriots frauds? Who's looking at the Patriots and like, oh, they're fraudulent? Like, nah, they're not frauds. They're just ass.
Also, in what world are...
And the Falcons, what makes them
The
fraudulent?
tiers just make no sense. How did we go from playoff, mid, frauds, ass? How are the Cardinals in mid? They haven't proved anything. They were rat shit last year. How are the Jags in mid? They were rat shit last year. All they had was Travis Hunter. The Vikings have a rookie quarterback. How are they in mid? The Seahawks literally have nobody. I feel like the Seahawks should be their own category. They lost every wide receiver. Now they have Sam Darnold. We're putting the Cowboys at mid. We got the Dolphins in frauds. How are the Dolphins not ass? How are the Steelers not ass? How are the Falcons not ass?
Okay.
This might all just boil down to the Jets being in the ass category.
We just missed a good category. Like we went from like there's 2 categories that are good and the rest are just bad.
The jumps just make no sense.
Yeah, there's just a lot of...
Yeah, mid should be frauds and there should be good at mid.
Yeah, there should be good, mid,
Frauds and ass are kind of the same thing.
Frauds should have just been removed and just put ass.
But like, what does fraud mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think
what makes any of these teams
what makes
frauds?
the Falcons frauds?
It probably makes them like, because they're supposed to be, and I was not a part of this, so this we can completely shit on Gates for this one.
Shit list.
I think frauds, maybe they are supposed to be good, but they're not actually.
We don't know though. That doesn't make sense. To me.
How do you go from mid to frauds?
That's what I'm saying.
That I don't know. Frauds, if anything, should be above mid.
I know Josh is just being silent because the Bears are in mid. That's not a bad category to be in, dude.
Not the worst.
Because frauds would be because like the Falcons, Colts, Patriots could also maybe could be playoff teams, but then they're not, which would make them a fraud. And then mid would be the one below that, just like Cardinals. But I don't think Bears are mid.
Can we do this? Let's do a tier list of NFL teams.
Remake it.
Yeah,
Here,
can you put us on the screen, Nick? I'll
Yeah.
make it right now. All right, let's do our tier list of NFL teams. Can we agree on the categories here? Let's all agree on the categories.
Okay.
All right. Do we want to do what should S tier be?
I mean, contenders now.
What do we want? Contenders?
Yeah, you can say
Yeah.
contenders.
Contenders. Okay. What is the A tier? So right below S.
You want different ones, right? Not the same.
Maybe
number.
like conference championship potential.
I don't mind playoff.
Yeah, why not just
team.
playoff team?
Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like those two.
How do I move that to the right, Nick? Can I put that where Josh and Lauren are?
I can do it. Just
All right. Should we do contenders, playoffs, like playoff aspirations?
Mm-hmm.
Under playoff aspirations, what do we think? Wild cards?
Yeah, you can say that. Kind of the same thing as like a good.
Or do you want to just do good? Let's do
That's kinda the same
contenders
thing.
above contenders. So contenders are legitimate championship caliber teams. Right below contenders, I want to be very good.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go this
Sneaky
full.
nails.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. Very bad. Can I add a row?
I think that's fine.
Not good. Moose/goose. Okay. All right.
What sneaky males?
I don't know. It's from some weird nature documentary my buddy always talks about. It's like sneaky males. All right. Sneaky males are like they're sneaky good, but they're not bad.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was sneaky nails.
MALES.
Mm.
Sneaky males. All right. How do I fill in these tiers?
Choose files potentials.
You got a clue in the world.
Was there not? You might have to go to like the homepage again. Is there not like a NFL one? NFL teams 2024.
Where do you see that one?
Bang.
Yeah, there has to be one.
All right. Wow, look at these. These are good. Super Bowl favorites, Super Bowl contenders, playoff teams, potential wild cards, missing playoff teams, mediocre at best.
There you go.
Perfect. All right. Super Bowl favorites.
I'm assuming we could delete some.
Last category will be U.S. men's national team soccer.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Super Bowl favorites. I feel like you have to, it's literally just,
Chiefs, Eagles.
yeah. Why am I not seeing them?
I see Chiefs
Maybe.
and Eagles. Chiefs are red on us, right?
Third
Yep.
row,
Do I have to drag?
Yep.
probably.
Oh. Super Bowl favorites. Eagles, Chiefs.
Second.
Okay.
Dude, we're not squeaking Bills in there?
No.
Really?
No.
Really?
Because you got to beat Pat. None of them have beaten Pat. You got to beat Pat. If you can't beat Pat, you're not a Super Bowl contender. I don't think.
What? What?
Super Bowl
Chiefs,
contenders.
Oh, so now we
Bills. I think the Rams.
I think you could put the Rams in there.
Puka and Devonta Adams with Matt Stafford. I think the Rams are Super Bowl contenders.
I think
How high are we on the Lions after losing their whole
not high
coaching staff?
at all.
Joe beat Pat, so automatically he's a Super Bowl contender.
I think you can go.
I think the Broncos.
Nah, I wouldn't put them there yet. I think the only other team you can put there is the Ravens or the Commies potentially.
I think I'm going to put those two teams. The Ravens can't win home playoff games, so they're good.
Do you think you put the Commanders in there?
I think the Commanders are good. You think they're a contender? They can't even sign Terry.
They were there. They
I
were
mean,
right
they
there.
were right there.
Here, we'll do this.
First year, too.
Ravens got their own category.
Perfect. All right,
All
good.
right. Are we good with those being our Super Bowl contenders?
Sure.
Good.
All right.
Now we're at the good. I think the Broncos are
Broncos
good.
are good.
I think the Broncos are good.
I think the Bucks are good.
I think the Bucks are good. I agree.
I'm just going in order, like in the top row.
I think the Bucks are good.
I think the Lions are probably good.
The Lions are good.
I would say the
think
Bears
the
are probably
Lions are
sneaky
good.
males.
I think the Bears are sneaky males.
Yeah, they have to be.
I think the Giants are sneaky males now with a real quarterback. I think the Packers are good. I think the Steelers are very bad. I think the Cardinals are sneaky males. I think the Jets are very bad.
Dude, put the Falcons up there too.
Panthers very bad. Oh, the Falcons I think are good.
Yeah, I don't know if I put them
Sneaky
good.
male.
They could be
Yeah,
sneaky.
you
Sneaky males. I think the Vikings could be
You gotta
sneaky
prove it.
males.
Yeah. I think bad, you have to put like Raiders,
Browns.
Seahawks.
I'm gonna put the Browns with the U.S. men's national team.
Like Raiders, Seahawks for bad.
Then put
Maybe Patriots bad. Or maybe sneaky males.
I think they're sneaky males.
dude, put the Panthers on U.S. men's national team.
Saints might be on that as well.
You don't think the Titans make a jump this year?
Then we're
just
gonna go
don't know.
good.
Yeah,
I think
so much
Chargers good,
crap.
right?
I'm gonna shock the world, dude. I think the Chargers. I would almost put them in contenders, but I'm gonna put them in good.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
All right.
This is the official TMA tier list. Super Bowl favorites, Eagles, Chiefs. Super Bowl contenders, Bills, Rams, Bengals, Commanders. My criteria for being a Super Bowl contender, you have to be able to beat Pat.
Okay.
The
I
only
think the Rams are beating Pat.
I think the Rams could beat Pat.
I don't. And 10 games out of 10, they don't win one.
I think good teams are Broncos, Buccaneers, Lions, Niners, Packers, Cowboys, Chargers. I think sneaky males, Bears, Giants. I'm going to put the Giants in bad. Bears, Cardinals, Falcons, Vikings, Patriots. I think bad, Raiders, Seahawks, Dolphins, Jags, Colts, Giants, Texans. Very bad, Steelers, Titans.
Wait, where's the hype from Patriots coming from?
Being sneaky males.
Yeah.
I just feel like adding Stephon Diggs. Their defense was already good. And they weren't bad last year. Now you get year 2 Drake May. Why do you want them to be bad?
No, I was just curious.
Very bad, Steelers, Titans. Can't win a home playoff game, Ravens. And then U.S. men's national team soccer, who lost 4-0 to Switzerland. On par with them, Browns, Panthers, Saints, Jets. I feel like that's a good list, no?
I feel like that's a great list, honestly. I love that list.
I kind of like that.
I love that list.
Or we'll go can't win home playoff games / 9-win first round exit. There we go.
Just Ravens.
Definitely seen worse lists. know?
We just saw one.
Yeah, we did just see one.
I feel like that's better. That feels better. We'll go can't win home playoff games / 9-win first round exit, Ravens, Steelers.
Oh, Ravens, Steelers.
Yeah. I think that's a good list. I feel like great job, guys.
That was a great list. I don't think that was bad at all. Bad at all. Also,
What
what
I
about
really wanted to do, maybe we'll do a post show and post it because it might take us a minute because I think we're going to have to go through a lot of names and I feel like that'd be kind of annoying on here. Is I do want to rank the top 28 best wide receivers because I saw Dove
28?
Kleiman put out his wide receiver rankings and I think it's just obscene.
I mean, he's all-time rage bait. That's who he is.
It's all time obscene. If you saw some of the names,
Yeah, that's what he does.
you'd be in
I muted
Bambolis,
him.
dude.
Because
You muted Dove.
yeah, because it's enough's enough.
Wow.
It's like it's too much rage bait. It's like, okay, dude, like
No,
it's
it is.
not
It really is.
it's not even believable.
It really is. Like there's a level that I can condone of rage baiting. He goes
It goes
way over the mark.
Dove, Bookit Sports.
Yeah. The social team is giving him a run for his cash right now, dude. But he ranked wide receivers and I thought it was just absurd. Can we actually surf Slate? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Let's do
really
that.
baseball.
Let's do that.
That's right.
Welcome back to Slate Surfers, a party show. We surf Slate, give you all the plays you need. Here's what I really want to talk about. The U.S. Open. I found my winners for the U.S. Open. I've wagered on 3 gentlemen to win the U.S. Open. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to take Matt Vaught to be the low amateur. My cousin is caddying for him. That's just sick. To win the U.S. Open, though, I'm looking at it 2 ways. First, the rough is going to be unbelievable this year. So I need someone strong with power that can get out of the rough. Brooks Koepka is my guy. Also, because of the rough situation, I need to pick somebody that hits the most fairways in regulation. Just in case. Because if you can just consistently stay in the fairways... I did do some research. Because if you could consistently stay in the fairways, I think you have a better chance of winning this U.S. Open. I looked at the strokes totals. They're all 73, 74, 72, which is really high.
Yeah.
I'm going Colin Morikawa. He's the third best.
You love him.
Third best at hitting fairways in reg.
Okay.
Those are my 3 guys. U.S. Open champions, Brooks Koepka, Colin Morikawa, low amateur, Matt Vaught, the dentist. Caddied by my cousin.
Dude, imagine if they go on a run.
That'd be sick.
That'd be so sick.
Josh, what do you think about the way I looked at it?
I mean, yeah, the Vaught one, yeah, I got nothing on that. I will be riding that though with you.
Let's go.
There's no other person I want to take. I mean, I don't love the Brooks take. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like Brooks hasn't been in form really the last like 2 years at all. Like he just hasn't showed up in any of these big tournaments. But Morikawa, I don't hate at all. I mean, he's capable of winning any tournament he plays in. I love Bryson this week. I mean, I know he's a favorite and he's short favorite to win, but I mean, dude, like this course just, I think that he has the biggest advantage of this course. Like not even close, just with how strong he is out of the rough. Like I think that no doubt he has the biggest advantage off the tee as well. And another guy that's kind of sneaky that I feel like might play his way onto the Ryder Cup team. I don't even know if he wants to, is Keegan Bradley. I feel like he has a really good week. I don't know why. I just have a weird feeling about him. He always seems to show up when no one's talking about him, and finally no one's talking about him. So he's like finally out of like the top 12 for the Ryder Cup standings, and he's the captain as well. So like, he's not going to pick himself unless he's top 6, but he can make a push for it this week, I feel like.
Is the GOAT not playing?
Scotty?
Yeah.
No, he's playing.
How we not just...
You think Scotty's going to smack Cheese?
He's plus
He's just the GOAT. He's him. How do you not?
He's like,
what is he to win now, Josh? What are the odds there?
Probably super short.
For Scotty?
Yeah.
He's like plus 250. It's insane. Bryson's only like plus 500, 580 or something, which is crazy.
Do you not like Brooks? I feel like Brooks has comparable power out of the rough, no?
No, not like Bryson. It's also just Brooks just isn't, he just hasn't been himself. So like, yeah, like prime Brooks, yeah, for sure. But
so should I drop Brooks for Bryson?
I would take Bryson. Yeah, he's at Bryson's 700 now.
Or should I just be the bud, Scotty?
I mean, dude, Scott. I mean, the only reason I'm not saying Scotty is because he should win. So it's like, do you really want to take him?
How do you not sprinkle on Scotty? You know,
there was
Brooks at the live event this weekend didn't play great. I'm now dropping Brooks Koepka from my card from the YouTube chat. Lindsay.
Dude, I saw there's a wager. You could take the big 5. I think it was Scotty, Bryson, Xander, Rory, and maybe Morikawa for like minus 120. You get all those guys for minus 120. Wouldn't be
that's not bad at all.
I know. Like,
all right, my official U.S. Open card. The winner is going to be either Bryson DeChambeau or Colin Morikawa, and Matt Vogt, lowest amateur, because my cousin is caddying for him.
I love that. I love that.
I'm stealing Bryson from Josh.
You might say Keegan top 10.
Yeah, some top 10s would be nice. What about Jordan Spieth, dude? I want him to be good again. What's going on with him, man?
he might have the worst. I mean, it depends on his driver. You never really know, but he could have one of his worst weeks of the year this week.
Can we put together a little prize picks for the U.S. Open here, Joshy?
I have chefed a prize picks already.
You chefed the prize picks, huh?
Well, I can't place it as a 6-man though.
What do we got?
I only have 2 less than for tomorrow. I have Fleetwood less than.
Why do you like Fleetwood less than?
I mean, he's just the best. I mean, besides Scotty Scheffler, he's probably the best ball striker on tour. One of them.
Okay.
He'll put the ball in the fairway and hit greens. He's less than 72.5. I want to take Xander more than 72.5 strokes.
Xander more thans.
Yeah, he just hasn't had a good year. And he's coming off 2 majors last year. I just feel like he's not going to live up to that this year.
It is crazy seeing guys like Rory up for 73 strokes on prize
I know
pick.
it's also a par 70 course. So, like, that's 3 over.
That's insane to me. You never see lines like this.
Yeah. I want to take Bryson less than 71.5, so he just has to go 1 over or better. I want to take Andrew Novak more than 73.5 strokes. Everyone's kind of been on this dude's wagon the last 2 months. He's been playing pretty well, but his game doesn't fit this course well at all. And I feel like he's lower than he should be. And then Keegan Bradley more than 2.5 birdies or better.
Keegan Bradley more than 2.5 birdies or better.
Yeah, he's getting 3. He might have 4 bogeys, but he's getting 3 birdies.
Xander's coming back from injury. Gabriel said in the YouTube chat.
Who said that, sorry?
Gabriel said Xander's coming back from an injury.
Yeah. He has not been himself at all.
What does holes played mean?
That's essentially to make the cut. Oh, wait, there's one more. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I missed one. Ben Griffin more than 73.5 strokes. He's been playing super well lately, too. This course doesn't fit his game at all
We're
either.
talking about Ben Griffin.
Dude, Ben Griffin could potentially be on the Ryder Cup team. He's he's good, but not this week.
What about big names like Ludwig and Rory, dude?
I hate Rory this week. Hate him. Ludwig, I don't know. Ludwig hasn't been himself either. He was banged up. I'm not completely positive he's healthy yet.
What about Lowry, dude? Shane
I
Lowry.
take Rory over strokes.
You're gonna do it?
Shane Lowry should be good.
Yeah.
Good look. I mean, he hits a lot of fairways, hits a lot of greens, and he should be actually a decent look this week. I wouldn't hate him to even win. He'll
Shane Lowry?
he'll be up there.
I like him.
Gabriel in the YouTube chat said Lowry in the Canada Open showed up. He can make a run.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he did kind of choke the last round. I mean, didn't choke. He was 5 under through 4 in the last round. He was tied for the lead, and then he just melted kind of.
I just wailed the 2-piece of Colin Morikawa and Bryson DeChambeau less than strokes.
Love that. I'm trying to think. Ooh, another guy that we could fade. Lucas Glover, the guy that took the win the Masters. We could fade him. More than 74 strokes. I mean, he's just he is going to have the worst time of his life playing at this course.
Who's the most erratic ball striker?
The most erratic?
Is it Brooks?
I mean, out of really good players, him, Fitzpatrick, low key.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick does drill some balls.
So maybe Fitzpatrick more than? I'm going to take Shane Lowry more than birdies or better matchup against Rory. If we think Rory's going to collapse.
Cam Smith sprays the ball as well.
Cam Smith sprays?
He sprays.
Who's Daniel Berger?
He's kind of gutted.
Jason Day, bum.
He might have a tough time. Yeah. He's capable of playing really well anywhere though, so might stay away from him. Robert McIntyre I like as well, less than he hits a shit ton of fairways.
Who do we think is going to be the first round leader, Bryson? Should we squad ride?
First round leader.
Also, Siwoo Kim. Sorry, what do you know about him?
I mean, Siwoo Kim's goat.
Better than Tommy Fleetwood?
Is he better than him? Probably comparable players. Dude, this dude Thorbjorn Olesen, I kind of want to take him to be first round leader just because last week he was fucking so cracked out last week. And he didn't miss a fairway. Like, didn't miss one.
Who else consistently hits fairways other than Colin?
That dude.
Shane Lowry, keep it clean.
Shane Lowry keeps it very clean. Sepp Straka hits a ton of fairways. Corey Connors hits a bunch of fairways. Scotty, obviously. Aaron hits a bunch of fairways.
So basically, these guys are going to be playing for pars because everyone's up for an insane amount of pars.
Yeah, I mean, dude, look at the bogeys or worse. Those could be great wagers as well. There's not that many people up, but I mean, dude, Rory more than 4.5 bogeys or worse. Like, his driver's going to get him in trouble, like in that rough. You just take more than 4.5 bogeys or worse for him.
Okay, I don't hate that.
Instead of strokes, even because he can make it up.
I don't hate that, dude. You like that?
I love that. Also, Shane Lowry more than pars might be a good look. 10.5.
Colin, Bryson, or Lowry first round leader? I'd go Bryson.
I would probably go Bryson out of those three as well. I think realistically, there's probably only like three guys that can go out there and like shoot 3 or 4 under on this course, and it might just be 2. It might just be Bryson and Scotty. So it's probably going to be one of them, and unless they have a bad day.
Okay, dude, Gabriel in the YouTube chat is kind of dialed in, Josh. I wish you could see.
I can see the YouTube chat.
He said the winner from analysts is saying they're going to be close to par.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you been seeing like why that is, Lauren?
What?
They basically made the rough like rat fucked.
Mm-mm.
Like it is so deep
Why?
because they just like want to make it hard, I guess.
Yeah, well, this course just like normally plays like that too. Like it's known to be like one of the hardest courses, and like like the stint meter, like the thing that they roll the ball on, like the little metal thing, like see how fast the ball is rolling. Like that was invented because of this course because the greens are so fast. They need to like measure it. They need to like start measuring how fast the greens are. The ball will run off like you'll hit like a good shot. It'll be 5 feet short of the pin, and it'll roll back 35 yards and off the green. Like it's insane.
I kind of like. I feel like Scotty might win it then, dude. I feel like he's just so dialed.
I mean, yeah. That's the easy wager. No one would be shocked if he won, obviously.
I just feel like holding a Bryson ticket, he's gonna implode.
No, I don't think so. I think this course, like, it's not even really, like, obviously it's about the golf, but it's more about just, like, being, like, mentally sane the entire time. Because, like, you're going to get shit lies. You're going to be in the rough. Like,
and that's why we fade Rory, because he loses.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Is it?
it's just who can stay most level-headed the entire time. And I feel like Bryson's great at doing that in these big tournaments.
Scotty is leading by a ton in shots gained on approach, which is huge at a place like this.
Yeah, I mean, he's done that every fucking. He's done it like every tournament he played it.
I just know Lauren's gonna squeak a Scotty chip on here, and I'm gonna be with Colin Morikawa. Kid sucks, and I bet him every tournament.
Dude, did
Don't
you
get me wrong,
see?
I don't watch Morikawa a lot, but I never see him.
He never
I feel
does
like,
it.
Like I feel like he never does anything.
You know who
I
he
don't get
fucking
the
is?
hype.
He's the fucking Ravens. Every time you go into a big tournament, they're like, dude, Colin Morikawa could be it. And then you fucking spawns +4. And
Pretty
you're like,
sure.
dude, it's junk.
He won a PGA championship. So
When was that?
2021, maybe
Mm.
2022.
What is the PGA Championship? Is that the culmination of everything, like getting points?
No, that's just one of the majors. One of the majors.
Lamar has an MVP. I ain't seen no Super Bowl in that trophy case though for him. He's literally the Ravens of golf. I bet Goots loves Colin Morikawa. And an Open. Never mind. Colin's fucking goated way better than the Ravens. He's probably like the Eagles. He's
Yeah.
like the Eagles.
Is he?
He
Yeah.
got one. Got the Open and the PGA.
But like in recent years?
Yeah, when did he get these? When he was like 18?
No. Yeah, recent. I mean, it was only
Actually, he might literally be Lamar. 2 MVPs. Hasn't won a Masters yet.
I mean,
Like, is the Masters the Super Bowl trophy of golf? It's got to be.
2020 and 2021.
Yeah, dude, he hasn't sniffed a trophy since Nam.
Well, those are just majors. There's only 4 of them a year. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like easy to win. They're like
He's literally the Ravens. Colin Morikawa is the Ravens. He's Lamar. He's got 2 MVPs, but he just can't get the Super Bowl.
I don't know.
I'm
I
betting
think
on him.
better than them.
And I'm betting on him again. All right, let's do our official U.S. Open picks. I'm doing Colin Morikawa and Bryson DeChambeau. Joshy?
I'm gonna go with Bryson and Keegan Bradley.
Lauren? We're going to do a little graphic. Do you want Scotty? I mean, you don't
Yeah,
have
I'm
to be
gonna
on the
look like a
graphic. You don't
bot.
have to be on the graphic. No, you're not.
I'm gonna take Scotty.
I like
really
when
think
you're
he can-
included on the
he can pull this
graphics.
one out.
It makes me happy. You don't have to, though. I'm not going to put pressure on you to pick a golfer.
I mean, just take Scott.
Why don't you, Scotty?
Yeah, just
Take
take
a
Scotty.
look. I mean, it's easy.
It's like literally taking Tom Brady.
Yeah.
It's just taking Pat Mahomes, you know?
Yeah, literally. Like, but I do that every year. Our biggest bit on this show is, all right, guys, we watch everyone play football, and the Chiefs are just going to do it again.
And doesn't matter.
And he's a UT alum.
Yeah, I know. Him and Spieth.
Scotty.
Scotty.
All right. Also, Matt Vaught, we have to squad ride Low Amateur.
Yes, we do. We actually have to do that.
Let me look at, I want to show you guys my cousin. He's fucking goated. Also, Tor Kev on Twitter. Everyone go follow him and tell him I sent you. I want to show you guys my cousin. 'cause
Mahoney, you're
he's-
telling? Let's go. Really think we're being sharp here with Scotty.
I think so too, dude. I think you guys are dialed in, honestly.
Yeah, you guys might be getting really sharp.
Really got my
Um,
bag for this one.
Let's open. Caddy. Let's see what we got here, man.
It is plus money.
It is plus money. He's the second lowest favorite in the U.S. Open of all time, behind Tiger Woods. Tiger was like plus one.
That is insane.
Yeah.
How do I find oh, here we go. Hold on. Everybody chill out. I need to find.
Do you know we should also cook up low key is a holes played one. Do they have that? Wait,
Yeah, they do.
I don't see it.
It's the last one on the category.
I just have pars as the last one. Here we go.
Anyone seeing Matt Vaught and his caddy? Hold on, I want to show you guys. No way they're shafting old Kev OB. Let me look him up. He looks sick on the practice rounds. He's wearing like some Under Armour stuff.
Let's get
Chill
out.
out.
He's wearing Under Armour sleeves. Dude, my cousin is jacked.
Even that course too is awesome.
Yeah, dude. Peep the cousin, dude. Let me share my screen, dude.
Yeah,
Look at
let me
this
see.
unit, dude. I love
Look
my cousin, dude.
Are you like close to him?
Super close.
Really?
He almost qualified for the U.S. Open like 3 years ago, and I went to watch him at I went to go watch him at Oakmont.
Oh shit.
Look at this unit of a gentleman, dude. Peep Kev OB, dude. Look at the guns.
He is kind of
Guns, dude. He's jacked. He's literally jacked. He got on the team in college, dude.
Did he?
Yeah,
Little PED.
dude, literally. Dude, look at them. This is him and Matt.
Matt's on the left.
Matt's
right?
on the left. This is my
Yeah,
cousin Jeff.
yeah. Matt's unit too.
Dude, Matt's kind of a unit too. Look at these two.
Yeah,
Like-
that's so sick.
My cousin, dude, just fucking goading up. He's gonna be caddying for Matt, so make sure everybody look out for my boy Tor Kev on Twitter.
That's sick.
We're riding low amateur Mad Vaught. W cousin. All right, we have game 3 of the NBA Finals coming up tonight. The Thunder are -5.5. Lauren, where are you? What are you doing? What are you thinking about this game, man?
I just hate this series.
Me too. Game 2, also the lowest ever finals game following game 1 in terms of watch. But yeah, sure.
The
We'll just
only one to ever, the only finals to ever go down.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
After
wonder
game
why.
1. I mean,
Game 1 sick though. That's the thing. It's like I don't know why it'd go down.
It's junk. No one's watching.
plus I think a
Oklahoma
lot of
City,
people are
man.
looking at the box where it's like, oh, the Thunder up 20. I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Does it just take the Thunder? Call it a day?
I think so. I think game 2, the way I'm looking at this series is the Thunder are not even comparable to the Knicks in terms of how much better they are. And I think the Pacers did their big one in game 1. And then the Thunder came out in game 2 and we're like, all right, hold on.
Yeah. They just finished what they started in game 1.
Yeah, you guys aren't doing all that. And I don't think it gets much better for Indiana just because they're at home. I think the Thunder are just really that good.
I do too.
I
I think
personally,
it's like, I don't know how you don't take the Thunder, honestly.
I think the series ends 4-2. So I'm going to take the Pacers money line in the next 2 games because I think they win
Gosh,
one.
I could have told you, Josh, you was
respect
going to
it.
go Pacers.
I mean, they're gonna win one of the next 2. I think, and then I think that OKC takes care of business at home and then wins.
Also, do we think Trent gets one on the road? Boots on ground?
Oh,
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot Trent will be on ground booties.
Do we think he really gets one? Or could this be the Leafs all over again?
I find it very hard to believe he gets one
I know.
actually on the road.
It'd be so hard for him to get
Now
one.
that I think about it.
I feel like, honestly, as a Thunder fan, wrong reaction. When Seablez didn't get one on the road, going on the road next game is a crazy move.
Yeah, that is.
It is a crazy move.
Is that not a crazy move? That feels like a crazy move out of him.
He's testing his luck.
Oh, I don't know. That's a great. What do we do about Trent being booties?
I'm gonna back him.
I'm gonna back him too. Give me OKC. Not gonna be a POD, but if I had to bet this game, Thunder -5.5. Also, Thunder ML for a parlay piece potentials. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I mean, I know Josh doesn't like it, but
Potentials?
the squares that I liked in this game though are Jalen Williams 20.5 points. Wow, it already got bumped up to 21.5. He hasn't hit that in the last 3, so maybe
That's
on the road.
Trent's favorite square today. He did text me that.
Never mind. Gonna go ahead and move off that one. I do like Chet RA too. Full read out chart 9.5
Okay.
on the road. He's also, it seems like Chet's been playing better game over game in this series. I know there's only been 2 games, but
Mhm.
I think Chet RA is a phenomenal look as well. More than
What'd you say Jalen was at?
it was 20. Now it's 21.5 when I made my little morning Gaugerman. When I made my morning Gaugerman,
You could take more than 60.5 field goals attempted.
I don't hate that either.
Or you could take, where is it?
What are you thinking?
I don't like that.
Where are you at, huh?
Dude, I kind of like his more than 6.5 2-pointers made.
Oh,
I don't mind that.
okay. I don't
Watch him
mind
just
that
get red hot
either.
from 3. Or what is his threes at? 4.5? 1.5? Maybe it's just his 1.5 3.
Dude, 1.5 threes could be dunk of cinch. Josh, you like any squares in this game?
Yeah, that could be.
I was kind of liking Siakam.
I don't hate
Yeah, he's
Siakam.
been grubbing.
I kind of just want to take everything for him as PRA.
People are requesting a day baseball lineup from TMA. It won't be our 3-piece, but should we give it out?
I love. Yeah, I was looking at
Really?
the score that I love.
All right, but before we do that, let's just go through the straight plays really quickly on the Diamond Self-Proclaimed Baseball Show. I took the Marlins last night at plus chicken. How about it?
Come on.
Andy Alcantara. Now you get Bailey Falter. I kind of want to go back to the Marlins. Plus 124 again, plus chicken.
Okay.
Cal Quantrill on the bump against Bailey Falter. I just don't think the Pirates are that good.
He's gonna piss you off.
Is Cal bad? Maybe that nerve? You know, every time we've pressured you into a nerf year, if you've gotten it.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't even been.
You're like 2-0.
Really?
Marlins Pirates.
I'd go Nerf. Nerf has to be juiced.
Yeah, Rav, because I'm definitely going to pay juice for the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2025. There's just no chance. Josh, Cubs are minus 106. Ben Brown versus Jesus Luzardo. What do you think?
I mean, how do we not win this game? I think it goes over, but how do we not win this game? Minus 110.
Okay.
Ben Brown against Luzardo on the road. How do we not win this game?
All right, so I think day baseball, do we do Pirates, Cubs, Reds game?
Sure.
A square from each or something like that? Or do we include the 1 o'clock Braves, Blue Jays as well?
My favorite score is in the 240 game. But I can.
Okay, I
can pick a different game.
That fits. That fits. Let's go from Marlins to Mariners. Anything in those games, but I think we should definitely have something for Cubs Marlins.
Agreed.
Can I get everyone on board with that?
Wait,
Yes.
what is it? One more time.
For the Cubs Marlins, because they're the two earliest. Let's do a little. Can we do a 3-piece in that, and then yours can be in the 240
Absolutely.
for our actual 3-piece?
Mhm.
Okay. This is just for people asking for day baseball squares, and we're gonna try to supply. So I guess Bailey Falter apparently is nails. Pirates are 9-1 on Wednesdays. Wow, they're
I do
so
think
losing.
I do think he pitches well today, but I could be so wrong.
Bailey Falter?
Yeah.
You're normally so dialed on shit like that.
Could be so wrong though.
You're rarely wrong, dude.
It's
Think about Lauren, rarely wrong.
just not true.
Josh, I actually also don't understand how the Cubs don't win this game.
They're winning this game.
I think Mr. Brown gets his cheeks lit up.
You think Ben Brown gets mucked?
Yeah.
My square is going to be Augustin Ramirez hits runs RBIs, the catcher for the Marlins.
I kind of want to go back to Kyle Schwarber, but he's been seeing pebbles out there.
I don't hate Kyle.
I do.
You're saying you hate Kyle?
Hold on.
Also, guys, if you are tailing this, just, lightly. This is our day baseball 3-piece. This isn't our actual 3-piece. But I'm going to go Augustin Ramirez.
I'm going to
I
go.
really wanted to go Dansby, but I'm not going to chalk the slip.
Give me a Seiya Suzuki run.
All right, where's that?
So for a normal run square, red is ball.
I like that a lot. More than half a run. All right, Lauren. Cap
What
us
was
off.
yours?
Augustin Ramirez hits runs RBIs for the Marlins, the catcher. Oh, shit. Cal Quantrill might get touched, dude. Look at that earned runs allowed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He's really bad. What is it at?
2.5.
Really? Hold on. I might take that.
Why is Prize Picks telling us that Jesus Luzardo is going to be nails? Josh?
I mean, his fantasy's at 28.5. It's not like it's. How much lower can you put it for the guy?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, let's take Cal ERA.
Cal Quantrill more than 2.5 ERA.
Yeah.
All right, that's our day baseball 2-piece. Augustin Ramirez hits runs RBIs, Seiya Suzuki runs, and Cal Quantrill ERA. I'm going to put 50 on a day baseball lineup power play. All right, let's do our actual TMA three-piece for the graphic. My play, Shohei Ohtani, more than 2.5 hits runs RBIs. I'm done fucking around.
Sometimes it's just that easy.
I'm done
I
fucking
feel like
around.
the last 2 days we've just been keeping it easy.
Yeah, I'm keeping it easy.
You know?
Shohei, 2.5 hits runs RBIs.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get
Give
that.
me a Siakam PRA.
Okay.
More than 30.5.
All right, and then give me. Let me make sure it's still up.
Josh, do you want potential fantasies for blocks and steals?
I took
I
it
don't
off.
think so.
All right, 30.5 PRA. Lauren, what'd they take off?
My favorite square was Cattell Marte, 1.5 HRR, but they took it off.
Ooh. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. We could.
That's so stupid. Just
No,
take
but
his
what if
fantasy
I was
score.
hitter fantasy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Ooh, I like this one. This feels back to back three-peat.
That'd be so nice.
Joe Bingus, hits, runs, RBIs. Pascal Siakam, PRA. Ketel Marte, 5.5 hitter fantasies. Ooh, that feels good, guys. All right, let's do PODs and then get the people out of here. POD, Josh, you want to start us off?
POD. I was gonna say Cubs, but I'm gonna go later because I don't really.
I think PCA is not starting today, brother.
No, I know. He went 0 for 5 yesterday, and we're facing a lefty, so give him a day. This is his first day off all year. So
Give him a break.
Give me. I'm gonna POD Royals plus Chicky at home against the Yanks. POD Royals
Against the Yanks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Lauren, what are you thinking? Theo Disley.
Do you know what pisses me off? The Orioles are favorites again.
They're junk,
It
dude.
just pisses me.
I'm gonna POD Walker Buehler at home. Red Sox ML.
Wow.
Dude, I think they let the Rangers get hot yesterday. Give me the Rangers.
Plus 122.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want the team tote? What are you thinking?
What is the team total?
It's 8.5 total, so probably 3.5, 4.5. If they're the underdog, probably 3.5.
Nah.
You guys are
Won't
at
touch that. Just give me a
3.5 minus 130.
no. Just do money line.
All right. Rangers ML for Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, 2+ chicken on the board for us.
Okay.
Who hit that? Not me.
Not me.
Okay.
Not me. Not me. Also, I am starting to get a little dialed in on soccer, guys. So just give me a couple more games for these World Cup qualifiers. I will be far more dialed. Also, today, I do like the Dallas Wings plus 7.5. I do believe Paige Buchers is back.
Are we in the World Cup next year or what?
Yeah, well, it's in America.
Oh, I forgot that
You
you
get
are.
auto bid. That's why we don't have to do qualifiers. But by the way, the state of U.S. men's soccer I wanted to talk about this today is fucking embarrassing. We lost 4-0 to Switzerland yesterday.
We were down 3-0 in the 30th minute.
Like, new manager, Christian Pulisic won't play. Weston McKinney's going at Landon Donovan, which, by the way, I am a massive Landon Donovan hater. I don't think he's that good. He just happened to be one of the only names I was playing soccer for the U.S. But I'll tell you what, dude. I like that he's holding this new crop of players accountable because I've never seen a country that has accomplished less in soccer have this much of an ego.
Yeah, it's insane.
And it's honestly embarrassing. Like I followed the U.S. men's national team and it said halftime, down 4-0 to Switzerland. I literally replied to the tweet, Jesus, man.
Switzerland
in the first half, down 4. Like, what are we
Yeah, it's
doing?
embarrassing.
What are we
It's
doing?
embarrassing.
Like, I'm not excited for the World Cup now. I was so excited for the World Cup. And now it's like, we already have an auto bid. So I feel like the players don't really care as much because we don't have to qualify. So all we're doing is playing friendly. So all these guys are like, oh, I don't want to play, which I think is so fucking soft. And then we come out and we get our face melted off by Switzerland in the first half.
Yep. Yeah, they're just going to strap up the boots. World Cup time. They're going to be good, right?
Yeah, like literally. Yeah. All right. Oh, the World Cup's. Oh, it's World Cup time? Yeah. All right. I'll play now.
Idiots.
Fucking idiots, dude. World Cup time's gonna come around and I'm gonna go, we could do it.
A team full of Clint Dempsey's.
We would literally win it all.
He was a dog.
That's the thing I will give
That was
credit.
the last time I was really into U.S. soccer.
Yeah, dude. Because I will give that team credit. Like, Michael Bradley could only pass backwards. Landon Donovan was fucking moose shit. Clint Dempsey was goated. The one thing I will give that team credit for, like the team that actually tied Portugal and then ended up having to play Belgium, dude, we played like Americans playing soccer. We just played fucking hard. Like, we threw the body around. We were more physical than you, and we just had a heart. And then you see our best talent we've ever had, Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, Christian Pulisic, and we just go out there and we play like fucking sissies.
Yeah, I know. So much talent. That's what sucks. Those guys are goated.
Like, fuck, dude. Yeah, Tim Howard was a net just
Is Weston
keeping it.
McKennie like still him?
Yeah, and then he went at Landon Donovan. He was like, it's fucking, they're coming at us. It's like, dude, yeah, because they've went farther than you ever went. You didn't even qualify for the World Cup last time around.
Yeah.
And now we're taking games off. We're taking games off when we didn't qualify last time.
Yeah. I mean, it's a joke.
It's a joke, dude. It actually drives me crazy. All right. Everybody say goodbye. We'll get the people out here. We got day baseball coming up. I want BTL to have time to talk about it.
Sweet.
Oh, peace,
See
chat.
everyone. Have a great Wednesday. Peace.
All right, everybody. We end every episode with a little bit of Mikey Core. Here's the Mikey Core day. I'm going to keep it real quick and tight because I want BTL to be able to talk to you guys about day baseball today. I'm sorry we went over stream. I saw a quote on TikTok, and I'll talk about it more tomorrow, but I just want to keep it short today. Progress isn't loud. It's built quietly, step by step, day by day. Stop putting the pressure on yourself to get everything you need to get done today. Stop putting the pressure on yourself to get everything done that you want to get done tomorrow, this week, this month. Progress is never going to be loud. It's going to be built quietly, step by step, day by day. Fall in love with the process. And do me a favor, take one step forward. I know how hard it can be to take a step forward every single day. But that's why we've learned from doing this show that it's about the attempt, not the result. And if we can just be the stronger person to attempt to take that step forward every single day, we're going to be better people this time next year. I love you guys so much. I love you. If you haven't heard that today, I love you. Have a great day. We'll see you here, same time, same place tomorrow. Tune into BTL right after this. We will, in fact, see you.